You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, soap opera fans. This is SoapDirt.com, and we have an update for you on Days of Our Lives. We are questioning and considering today whether Xander and Chloe are on the road to romance. If you'd asked me this a couple of weeks ago, I would have said, heck no, will never happen. But after recent scenes and some other things that are cooking in the storylines, the answer is just maybe. Currently on Days of Our Lives, Xander Cook is single and frustrated, and Chloe Lane fears the worst about her future with Brady Black, the man she loves. So will Xander and Chloe cross a line based on some of these recent scenes? Will they start a romance or just a hot fling? Let's dig into it before you yell no. So first, we see that Chloe Lane is in pretty bad shape recently on Days of Our Lives. She's been on pins and needles for months. That's thanks to the schemes of her rival, Kristen DiMera. You'll remember that Kristen held the orchid over Brady Black's head and forced him to dump Chloe. But even when that scheme came out and Brady was free to be with Chloe, there was another obstacle on Days of Our Lives, and that is his little daughter, Rachel Black. Kristen has coached her daughter, Rachel, to despise Chloe and throw shade at her at every turn. Then Leo Stark overheard a phone call between Kristen and Chloe. In that call, Chloe was angry and she said some harsh things about Rachel. Lucky for her, Xander Cook edited the lady whistleblower expose that would have outed her attitude to Brady. Then on Days of Our Lives, Chloe was so relieved that she hugged Xander. And of course, that's when little Leo, who was lurking, snapped a photo of them. But at that time, Chloe was just expressing her gratitude to Xander because she knows if Brady had read what she said, they'd be through. But that doesn't mean Chloe's out of hot water just because of the favor Xander did her. And this could be the starting point for something new. And it could be the starting point for the end of Brady and Chloe. We all know that Xander Cook needs a friendly face lately on the Peacock soap, right? There's little doubt that Xander could use a few more hugs in his life these days, like the one he got from Chloe Lane. He doesn't know it, but he's going to soon be a daddy thanks to Sarah Horton's baby secret. But before she left town, Sarah dumped Xander and cut all ties despite his pleading for her to forgive him and take him back. And instead, she took off with sexy Rexy Brady, and she is baby bumping elsewhere, far away from him. Meanwhile, on Days of Our Lives, Xander's British babe Gwen Rizchek is furious with him. First, he took her to bed, and then he cast her aside again because he said he can't get over Sarah. And then Xander threw a temper tantrum because Gwen took comfort with hunky Alex Kyriakis. Those two swapped punches, but that's not keeping Alex out of Gwen's bed. Lately, the only smiling face that's happy to see Xander is Maggie Horton, but she is definitely not up to be a love interest for him. Xander needs someone in his life. So after that recent pleasant exchange with Chloe Lane, could things be changing for Xander on Days of Our Lives? We know that the soap recycles pairings, as all soaps do, but they also like to break the mold and pair unlikely partners from time to time. Consider what they've done lately with Eric, who wouldn't have taken a second look at sketchy Sloane years ago. They are changing things up, and this could be another change coming. Chloe might be a black sheep herself soon, and that would kind of put her on even footing with Xander. Consider this. Right now, Brady Black knows that Kristen weaponized Rachel to have this hatred of Chloe Lane. So he doesn't take things too seriously when he hears bad blood happening between Chloe and Kristen and when he hears Rachel saying things about Chloe. But that could all change if he heard what Chloe said about his precious daughter. That might be too much for Brady on Days of Our Lives. So in order for there to be a chance for Chloe to wind up in a romance or just in bed with Xander Cook, things need to be over with Brady. Then again, if Brady hurts her, Chloe could use Xander to get payback on Brady. So this could come about in a couple of different ways. Either her taking comfort in Xander or her being so mad that she does it for revenge. Right now, Leo Stark knows that he was censored by Xander, so he might try and sneak the Chloe scoop into a future column. Or, being vengeful as he is, he might just go straight to Brady and blab what he heard in typical Petty Betty style that he has. Either way, it seems almost certain that Brady Black will find out what Chloe said about his daughter. If that comes out publicly, Chloe Lane might be another Salem black sheep, just like Xander has been for so long. That could lead her right into his arms for comfort. And you got to admit, if you got to turn to some arms for comfort, Paul Telfer's arms are pretty nice, right? But their Days of Our Lives history together is pretty sketchy. They've not ever been friends. They've not ever been close. And there's very good reason for that. As Chloe Lane reminded him recently, Xander ditched her in Mexico, leaving her to fend for herself with drug lord El Fideo. Thankfully, she stabbed the guy in the back. Similarly, Brady might feel stabbed in the back once he hears what Chloe said about his daughter. So if they're going to shake up some couples on days, Xander Cook getting with Chloe Lane would be one surefire way to do it. Interestingly, actor Paul Telfer joked that the bad boy would love rubbing it in Brady's face if Xander did get with Chloe, and he is in fact very much in favor of this happening. Of course, we know Days of Our Lives shoots months and months ahead, so if Xander and Chloe are going to wind up hooking up or possibly getting into a romance, it's probably already been filmed and it's just sitting in the can waiting on us to see it on Peacock. So tell us what you think. Would you absolutely hate if Chloe had a fling or a possible romance with Xander? Or would you like to see them take the characters in a new direction and give it a chance? Something to think about. Get more Days of Our Lives spoilers, news, and updates daily from soapdirt.com. Be sure to check us out on Spotify and other podcast streaming platforms for our Soap Spoilers podcast, and come to our YouTube channel at Soap Dirt to see lots more on Days of Our Lives. And thank you for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.